Hey Brian,
Hey Meg.
guess what?
What?
It's Fishbowl question
It
day.
is absolutely Fishbowl question day.
Alright, so today we're going to talk a little bit of boring things, but not too boring.
These are exciting real estate topics, Meg, I'm sure. I'm certain of it.
I'm certain.
People's questions are super exciting.
Alright, so someone asked the other day about 1031 exchange. Can you explain that to us?
Well, that's an
I think
easy
it
one.
has to do something with avoiding
So
something.
a 1031 exchange, and I welcome anybody else's feedback on this because it's a real estate related thing, but I think it's mostly like an accounting thing. So the first rule of it, okay, so what a 1031 exchange is if you have an investment property, generally speaking, if you sell an investment property, you could be subject to capital gains if you have gains, right? And so a 1031 exchange, it theoretically allows you to sell an investment property and then purchase another investment property within a certain period of time and not have to pay the capital gains tax.
Okay.
So it kind of shields you from that.
Do you know what the time limit is, or should they check?
I don't know
with their
exactly,
accountant?
but I hate to put it on this video because I hate to tell people something that's incorrect if they're planning on doing it.
Right.
But I think it's 60 days.
Okay.
I could be wrong though. Now, that goes to my next part where realtors don't set up 1031 exchanges. And there's two important things that I know for a fact in the ones that I've done. Number one is talk to your accountant immediately. Very important. Accountants set this up. I think lawyers can do it as well, but usually they're accountants that I've dealt with. And number two most important rule is you have to set the exchange up before you sell the property. Because a big mistake people make is they hear about this, they sell the house, and then they call their accountant and they say, I just sold my house, can I do 1031? He says, no, you have to set up prior to the sale.
Okay, good.
And so we have accountants that do those and are very good at it. And maybe I'll interview my guy at some time in the near future, and he can explain the boring accounting part of it.
Right.
And it's complicated too. Like the process is mildly complicated. Nevertheless, don't forget 2 rules. Number 1, talk to your accountant before you sell it, and 2, do not sell the property until you have it all done with the accountant. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the 1031 exchange.
Very good. All right, the next one is about homestead tax because those that have purchased a home in the end of 2021 have to put their new home into homestead.
Yeah.
So they have something called portability. Can you explain what that is?
Sure. Let's explain what homestead is first too, because maybe some people that might watch this don't know what that means. Homestead exemption is when you have a primary residence in the state of Florida, primary residence, then you get an exemption off the top of the amount of taxes that you have to pay. So they reduce your taxable value by a certain amount, and that'll let you save a little bit of money. But the more fun part, the interesting part is there's actually a bunch of stuff it does, but the main thing is you save that money off the top, and it caps the amount that they can raise your taxes every year, or it caps the amount that they can raise your taxable value every year, which is pretty much the same thing.
Right.
So the cool thing is you want to put that on immediately once you own your home, because the first year you're going to save some, which is definitely worth it, but after 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to save a ton of money, a ton. And that's another little tip, by the way, when you're looking at houses in Florida, Palm Beach County, where we are, you'll see people quoting the taxes they pay. And you'll see one house that'll have taxes real high, and another house two houses down that is significantly lower. It's not because they have different tax rates. The tax rates are probably exactly the same. The difference is one's probably owned that home for 20 years and had the homestead exemption, so their taxable amount, the amount of taxes they pay is much lower. Anyway, so to portability. So portability is this thing that exists where, let's say you've been in your house for 20 years, you could move all or a part of that exemption, that savings that you built up, to a new home that you're purchasing. And that's also a little bit of a complicated process. Realtors don't handle that, but we know enough to be dangerous, most of us. And so what you do is, if you want information on it, go to the Palm Beach County Property Appraiser's website. We all know it as Papa, but you Google Palm Beach County Property Appraiser and you'll find it. And then you can put in your own address in there. You can see all that. And there's a whole section of that website dedicated to portability. And you have to fill out forms, submit it to them, so on and so forth. But nevertheless, be aware of that. A lot of people get concerned that they're going to go buy another house and then their taxes are going to go up. And it's a fair concern, but you can mitigate that or eliminate it in many cases with portability.
Excellent. That's really good information. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Today is National Pizza Day.
Love pizza, man.
Now we know you love pizza.
Big fan of pizza.
So, if you could have any pizza, any type, from any place, tell us your perfect pizza.
I'm a bit of a pizza connoisseur. I like all pizza equally. I've never met a style of pizza that I didn't like. I love deep dish Chicago style. I post on Facebook. I make it myself, and I try to make it as authentic as I can. And personally, I think it's delicious. I had a good friend from St. Louis, Mike. If you watch this, thank you, Mike, for cluing me in. And he turned me on to the St. Louis style, which is that thin cracker crust. And they have a very unique cheese in St. Louis called Provel cheese. You ever heard of Provel, Meg?
No.
Only St. Louis has it, and they put it on all the St. Louis pizza. I believe Emo's, if anybody knows St. Louis, that's the big one there. And they make it. I've never been, but I love pizza so much that I know all about it.
So if anybody from St. Louis is watching this, mail us a pizza.
Yes, I ask people to mail me pizza all the time. They don't do it. But Lou Molinati's in Chicago does mail deep dish Chicago-style pizzas. I've looked that up. But I make my own, so I haven't gotten from Lou. And of course, I'm from the East. I'm from the Northeast, near New York. I grew up my whole life within, short distance from New York. So New York style's always been, and I love it. I love New York style. To me, New York style is just pizza. That's just pizza. It's normal pizza.
Right.
Everything else is unique. But I love all that.
Now, do you fold your pizza to eat it, or do you eat it with a fork and a knife?
I don't have any preference. The only way that I won't eat pizza would be the way that my wife Julie ate pizza the other time, where she went in kind of sideways from the back on her initial entry. She kind of took a tact, from the rear right corner. And I've got to tell you, I don't know, Meg. I don't know. That's one way I'm not going to eat pizza. But you get the fold, eat it with a fork. I don't care. Whatever. And even that, I'm just picking on her. I'm fine with how she ate that pizza. It was okay.
Well, that's great to know. We did a little survey that you saw, and it seems that there's some favorites around the area.
So we did a survey in a couple local Facebook groups, and we had tons of response, and there were some really interesting responses on there of some pizza places I've never heard of around here, and I have a hit list now that I'm going to go try. So that's dangerous. And I actually just posted on my Facebook page. So if you want to check it out, friend me and like Perry Home Solutions business page, and you'll see all of the amazing things that we do there. And one of them are the results of our pizza poll that we did all over Palm Beach County for some of the best pizza in the county.
Very good. All right. Last thing we need to let everybody know is our famous Sip and Shred is coming. We gave everyone a little highlight last time we spoke. Can you give us any updates?
Yeah, so Sip and Shred, once again, so this is going to be at Winston Trails. And the sip part is Winston Trails has a really cool outdoor bar. So if you're a little concerned about being kind of close quarters with people, no problem. We're always naturally social distance. We love people, but we like them in a mild distance, so we're fine with that. And it's an all outdoor thing, and there's a bar out there. I buy everybody a beer or a wine. We're talking about maybe doing a special little Perry cocktail that we might include.
Yes, I keep thinking about that. Maybe we should do a poll as to do people like
we
tequila
need to do,
or rum?
You write that down, Matt. We need to do a poll about cocktail, what we should do for our cocktail, and we'll let people pick it. Anyway, so I buy everybody a beer or whatever, or one of those drinks, so that's fun. And if you want me to buy you a beer, just come, and I will do that. You just have to register, and that's easy. So that's the sip, and then the shred part is we have a big commercial shredding truck that professionally shreds whatever you want to bring, as much as you want. I have people bring in carloads. I have a lawyer, very famous lawyer in the area. He comes and brings almost a truckload of papers, and we love it. It's so fun, and so he just dumps them all in, and they do it professionally, right? Like,
yes.
I don't know what the process is, but it's it's all thoroughly shredded, and you're very secure, and it's a very good thing. And so that's all free. We do it all free. I buy you the drink and you shred, just to say thank you to our community and to meet everybody and everything. So please come out. That's going to be Saturday, February 26th.
From 1 to 3.
Saturday, February 26th, from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Winston Trails Golf Club. You just go into the gate. You say, I'm going to the
Sip and Shred event.
The Sip and Shred event, or just the restaurant, bar and grill there.
Correct.
And then you just come right in, and it's right there, right off the gate. And so it's really easy to find, and really nice place too. It's right on the golf course.
This is going to be nice. It's a different venue. A little bit more room in the parking lot, it seems like.
Yeah, we were doing it at Due South, which was awesome. Love Due South, love their beer. And in many ways, Due South is really great, but I think this one's going to be even better to do. It's going to be a lot easier to get in and out of. And again, everything's outside, and it's on a beautiful golf course setting. So I think people are gonna have a blast. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I think so too.
So we're looking forward to it. Just go to if you want to register for it, go to Perry Home Solutions Facebook page. We're posting the link there. All you have to do is put your name and your information on there, and you're good. You're welcome to come. If you know of anybody else that wants to come, awesome. Send it to them. My only prerequisite, we ask you like our Facebook page and follow us, and that's it. And we would love to meet you.
Very good. Well, thanks a lot.
Thanks, Meg.
See you next time.
See ya. Bye.